Hi, Windsor Community Church. Just want to talk a little bit about community groups. Community groups are the primary environment where we carry out our mission statement. They're a small group of people from the church family that gathers regularly to encourage and support one another in their Christian journey. While our weekly services are a great time for gathering together in worship, they do not allow for the development of ongoing cultivation of intimate friendships. Community groups are designed to facilitate these deeper relationships in an environment where we do life together in Christian community. As our church family grows, so does that need for each person to be assimilated into God's design for biblical community. Community groups are an ideal place for new people to get involved in biblical community. Community groups are also a place where people will be challenged to grow in their walk with Jesus Christ, to find accountability, to experience one-on-one discipleship, and to be challenged to use their gifts in the ministry. I'd like to introduce to you a few of our community group leaders.
Hi, I'm Travis Smith. My wife is Brittany, and we have two little girls, a 2.5-year-old and a 4-month-old.
I am Colton Beck, and my wife's name is Alex, and we co-lead with the Smiths.
We are relatively new community group leaders. We took over for the Schuetts, who left last fall, to be a part of the church plant in Sheridan, Wyoming.
Our community group consists of folks of various ages, and we're in different stages of life. Commonly, on a weekly basis, we will share a meal together and open God's Word in study and prayer. For the most part, I would say our group is a competitive bunch. We enjoy playing board games together, card games, and if we're not inside, we may be outside taking on the rest of Windsor on the pickleball courts.
And lately, God has been very faithful to us. We've enjoyed fellowship with one another and really tried to come alongside each other and bear one another's burdens in a challenging season. Not just with COVID and isolation, but everyone seemed to suffer some loss or challenge recently. So we'd love new people to join. Whatever you do, join a group.
Hi, we are the Dugases. I'm Stu.
I'm Lola. We have 2 children, 9 grandchildren, and we've been attending WCC for about 6.5 years.
Our community group meets on Wednesday evenings at 6:30 p.m. We typically begin with a time of socializing and snacks. Then we move into the Bible study. The study consists of a review of the weekend's message. We end our sessions with prayer requests and a time of prayer. God has blessed us greatly with answered prayer over the last few months. God is showing our group to care not only for the spiritual needs of the community and others, but also their material needs.
We are so blessed by getting to know all of the members in our community group. The relationships we have developed are invaluable. So, join a group today.
Hey church family, we're the Farrs, Ryan and Linda. We have 2 boys, Micah and Silas, and we have a community group that meets in West Greeley.
We have a lot of young families in our group, and historically we've met as families and done a kids lesson and just enjoyed a meal together. But since COVID hit, we've had to take a different approach. We've been just meeting the guys separately and the girls separate on alternate weeks, and then just sharing a light snack together.
It's been really good. As we've met separately, the guys haven't had to wrestle the kids for the playgrounds. We get it all to ourselves, which is pretty awesome. We've been studying together, opening up God's Word, having really good conversation, following sermon discussion. And we've also spent time confessing sin to one another and praying for each other's needs and what God has for us. It's been a sweet time. Community group has truly been a time for us where God's refining us. God's refining the men and women in our group through each other and through the truth of the gospel. And He's using brothers and sisters in our group really to encourage our hearts towards His promises and also help us understand what He has for us in His goodness. We're just really grateful, and we would highly encourage you to definitely join a group today.